Hey everybody, and welcome to the Sauce Spot Podcast, where we come to get lost in the sauce. I'm your host, Chef Buen. Today's episode, we're going to talk about the Nintendo Direct and all the juicy meat we got from that, as well as Pokemon Day that's coming up. I've got my guest / co-host once again, ZJ Missy Adventures.
Good morning.
And I really want to jump into that Nintendo Direct we just had. It's a really big one.
I do want to say real quick, sorry to interrupt you, cut you off, but we did point that out first. We did say on the last episode that we had one coming up. We just didn't know when, and then we got it. So you heard it here first, Sauce Pot Podcast.
So technically we called it, just not trying to brag.
Yeah, not bragging, but
some of the big news we got from that, I guess not some of the big, but some of the things that were important to me. Skyward Sword HD is coming to the Switch, which I'm a little excited for because that was the only Zelda game that I did not play. And so now, I knew it was coming to the Switch eventually. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to wait till it comes on the Switch. I'm not going to bust out the old Wii U. Don't really care to. And here we go. Got my wish.
I definitely have to agree. I never played Skyward Sword, mainly because it was in this weird transition between like the Wii and the Wii U. And I personally prefer the Wii U console over the Wii. Don't ask me why. I think it's just because that tablet device. So like when somebody was using the TV, I got to play on the tablet version. I think there's some very near and dear place in my heart. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to side story this real quick. I had this apartment I was living with my friend, and we only had one TV. And the Wii U allowed me to play my games that I wanted to play because it was basically like who got off of work first, who claimed the TV, because we had the one TV.
Mm-hmm.
And the Wii U in that scenario was the best thing in the world because, like, I could be on the thing, and if he's like, hey, man, I'm going to have a date with my girl, can you get off the TV? I'd be like, sure, and I literally just unplug it, and then I get to keep playing. So I think the Wii U is a special place in my heart because of that, which obviously paved the way for the Switch, but I think that's why I like the Wii U better. Anyways, that's a weird side story. Sorry to get lost in the sauce on that one.
I mean, I'm with you there because, I had my first apartment with my roommate. We had a Wii U. Whenever I needed to switch off, I did the same thing. Just, let him take the TV over, and I would just pull my little hand out, play the Wii U. For as much flack as it gets, and people like talking about how it's the worst system, which, I'm one of the people saying that. I guess it did pave the way for the Switch, and it did have some good qualities.
Yeah.
But again, sorry for getting lost. Back onto the Nintendo Direct.
With that being said...
Take a sip for sure. Another thing I was super hyped for that I definitely missed out on were the themed Joy-Cons, which they literally sold out in minutes. I was at work, wasn't paying attention. I don't know why. I just didn't think they would be available so soon, and saw 4 hours later, oh, hey, Joy-Cons went on sale for pre-order, and I was like, oh shit, let me go check that out. Yeah, they were already gone by the time I even checked it. So I don't know if anywhere else is going to be updating their sites for pre-orders. I know Best Buy had them on there for a little bit, but then someone said they took them off. I've checked every day, still can't find them. So we'll see what happens with that. Scalpers.
Yeah, on eBay they're going for $290 right now.
Oh my god, I was expecting at least $160, $290. That's insane.
$290.
Yeah, not. That makes me so sad because I really wanted those Joy-Cons. We didn't get the Zelda themed Switch I thought we were going to get. So, I mean, we didn't really get much for the Zelda anniversary. We got the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity expansion pass, which, that's going to include the 2 new waves of content, with the first one launching in June, the other one coming sometime in November. It's going to cost about $20. Pre-orders are now available. But Nintendo didn't even acknowledge the franchise on his birthday. It was literally just the artists who were holding up the 35th anniversary of Zelda. It was all them showcasing the day.
Much love to the artists though. They are the unsung heroes of the entire franchise, and in most things in general, the artists are the unsung heroes. We really don't give enough love to people like Ken Sugimori, who did the original work for Pokemon. We don't give enough love to the artists, and the fact that they were the only ones holding up this anniversary that just came and went with zero fanfare the artists get no love, and they truly deserve all of our affection.
I mean, I'm still hoping that we get something for the anniversary. Like I read an article earlier saying how they're waiting until the Mario 35th anniversary is fully over, which ends March 31st of this year, and then they'll pave way and start marketing more towards the Zelda 35th anniversary.
Quick segue: the Mario themed Switch, if anyone cares, did launch on the 12th of February. It's $300 if you want it. I just I just can't believe that they would shoehorn the exact anniversary day for something like that. I get that Mario is one of the flagship selling, what's it called, first party, whatever the hell's for the Switch and for Nintendo. I get that, but really, the exact day of an anniversary, you're gonna go ahead and bypass just because you don't want to. Oh, we don't want to overshadow this other franchise. Like, come
Yeah, right. Like Mario had so much last. Like, yeah, I know Mario like kind of like I guess COVID pushed everything back, and Mario got most of its stuff more this year. But we Splatoon did an event for Mario. We got the Bowser's 3D World, or not the Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury.
on. We
Like,
got the Animal Crossing skins and update. We got a lot of Mario stuff, and it's not even the
no,
anniversary for Mario anymore.
no, it's not. Like, give me something for Zelda. No offense. Like, I get like they want to like market as much as they can for Mario up until they're done with the anniversary. Whatever. I need some more Zelda stuff. like like you said, the Animal Crossing got the Mario, or they're getting the Mario update, which was also mentioned in the direct. All that stuff looks amazing, but look at all the cool Zelda stuff that they got in previous Animal Crossing games. Where's the Wolf Link? I thought he wasn't he was a character.
You're talking to the wrong person. I don't know
Oh
anything
yeah,
about
yeah. Well, they
Animal
had.
Crossing.
I'm pretty sure they had like a Wolf Link character for Animal Crossing in one of the previous games. I want them to bring him back. I want that character.
Hmm.
But we still have possibilities for an H or not for a bundle pack for the Zelda series, because we do have those trademarks that the fresh trademarks for what was it? Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time, and Phantom Hourglass.
Which is crazy because like me and Chef Ben were talking earlier. The Phantom Hourglass, we were thrown for a loop for a while until we discovered that the Phantom Hourglass actually has one of the best sales of the Legend of Zelda franchise. It has 4.76 million in sales. When you look at some of the other stuff, like the Wind Waker original release, not including the HD remake for the Wii U, only had 4.43 million, whereas the Phantom Hourglass on the DS, which not a lot of people, at least that I know personally, had a DS or played a DS, had 4.76 million, which beats out Spirit Tracks, which is one I actually played, that only had 2.96 million. So,
Oh, you actually played?
yeah, I actually played Spirit Tracks because it was cooperative, and you got to play as the armor as Zelda, which was really cool. But I never played Phantom Hourglass. I never had a desire to play Phantom Hourglass. But the fact that its sales goals were so much higher, like even the original Majora's Mask on the N64 was 3.36 million.
See, that just blows my mind. Not saying Phantom Hourglass was a bad game or anything. There are other games in the series that I see as not better, like
More popular,
what's the
more
word?
mainstream,
More popular, more
more
mainstream, a
marketable.
little bit better, more marketable, a little bit better stories. Not saying Phantom Hourglass had a bad story, but like some of these like Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, both of them. I know that's all anyone talks about right now because they were expecting them to come in a bundle package for the anniversary. But those two are some of the best games, and I get we got HD remakes for them, but I still want them to come to the Switch. I want to play Twilight Princess so bad. I literally waited in line when the Wii was being released for the Wii and Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess game. Like I waited. It was at like midnight or whatever. I was waiting in line early mornings with my grandma and one of my buddies,
Yeah.
and I was there for hours.
Long before the tales of COVID, before when we could stand in line, not 6 feet apart.
Oh, dude, those are the days where you just wake up like early mornings, get ready to, or like not even early mornings, just depending on like when the drops were. But like getting up middle cold mornings, waiting in line for hours.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, that was a cold morning. 'Cause that was like around December, I remember, or something like that.
Yes, long before this terrible disease. When I was your age, we could stand in line outside of GameStop. Okay, Grandpa.
I know, guys, we're old. I'm sorry. Sorry, we got a little lost in the
Yeah.
sauce there.
Well, speaking of Link, Zelda, and Ganon, because Legend of Zelda, we have Pyra and Mithra joining Smash Brothers in the Challenger Pack 9. We did say that we had some speculation and some leaks regarding the Tails characters, and I did say that I wanted anyone else. I am not unsatisfied with the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 characters. And we had Shulk, so it was only a matter of time before we got more Xenoblade characters.
I guess I was just kind of thrown for a loop because I don't know. I wasn't expecting that. Not, I never played Xenoblade. I do. It does make me want to play the game now. Ever since Shulk was added, I did want to play the game. I just hadn't gotten around to it. But now that more characters are being added, more representation in the game, I probably will be more likely to check it out eventually, not anytime soon though, because I'm bored.
There's this thing. Well, fun fact: Xenoblade Chronicles 2, you don't need to play Xenoblade Chronicles 1 to understand what happens in 2, and 2 is where Pyra and Mithra have a major storytelling purpose.
Are they in one?
They are loosely, but the major story is in 2. There's this, I guess, image or text post. I don't remember. It's a long time ago, but they basically said that the Smash Brothers for the Switch, Smash Ultimate, is Super Smash Super Smash Sisters, because we get so many more female characters in it, and it's actually pretty true. It's pretty balanced, like 50-50 as far as male and female characters. And I'm 100% down with Pyra and Mithra being added, because let's be fair, there was this huge spike in how should we say this, graphic content image searches as soon as they were announced for Challenger Pack 9.
Are you surprised? I'm
not surprised at all, but like still I'm okay for strong female characters as long as they have really nice muscles.
Like I was telling like this one guy on Twitter, he's an artist, he makes some really cool art. And he was like, "Oh, no one's gonna welcome Pyra," and I was like, "Hey, I wasn't expecting it. Wasn't saying I wasn't happy about it, but I'm always down for more waifus.
Yeah,
waifus for life."
Muscular waifus are best waifus. I stand by that statement to this day. But yes, more waifus, all waifus are good, but.
And the whole more sword characters, how do you feel about that? Like they're basically two swords. Like
I will say this. There was this flowchart which basically culminated in add more Fire Emblem characters. And Pyra and Mithra basically check all the boxes for add more Fire Emblem characters. I am okay with it because at least it's a different franchise.
See, and someone was pointing out, like, they were like, "Oh, at least more than half the characters are sword characters," but it's really only like 20% of them are sword characters. Because I saw them do the math on it. They picked out all the characters that were swords, and it really was less than half. So, in all fairness, there's not as many sword characters that we think. It's only because I feel like that's mainly who people play.
Well, not only that, but you have to understand, Nintendo is a Japanese company. What is Japan famous for? Samurai, Bushido, Way of the Warrior. Like, there's an entire history book filled with like different eras of like the Edo period and like the Tokugawa period. Like, there are entire books filled about swords and crafting of katanas and samurai and ronin. People forget that, another sword character. Japan is a sword country, for crying out loud. Here in Texas, we can carry a sword legally. Like, I get why people are like, "Oh, there's so many Fire Emblem characters." Yeah, I get it. Fine. Yes, you're correct.
I mean, look at all anime. Well, not all anime, but like
all anime. Actually, there's not a single anime where a character doesn't have a sword, with the exception of modern day based animes or sci-fi.
You may get the occasional like spear or bow like main character, but most of them are going to have a sword of some sort.
Yeah,
that is going to be most people's weapon of choice is a sword.
It's just more how do we say, personal when you get to smash someone's face in with a sword.
Which I'm still looking for these characters. I can't wait to see who else gets released. A part of we still have 2 more slots. We still have 2 more characters coming to Smash. Still got my hopes up for some of the speculations that I had from last episode, like Saurus, Shadow, Tails, Eggman. Still hoping for Eggman, which Mike Pollock over here stirring the pot again. As usual.
As usual.
Don't follow him on Twitter. He's very funny, very interactive with his fans. Highly great character overall.
If you guys have a Twitter, there is a account called @SmashDLC and every day they have posted, has Pyra and Mithra released yet? No, every day. So we're gonna go back to Nintendo Direct. I just wanted to point that out. If anyone has a Twitter and wants, a daily laugh,
if they want to know when the characters are not in the game.
when they're not in the game, kind of like Blizzard not postponing their stuff.
But yeah, sorry for getting a little lost in the sauce there. Getting back onto the Direct, another thing that was huge that I was really, really hyped for, wasn't really expecting. Like, I was hoping they would give us some information on this game this year, and they gave it to me. Splatoon 3 is coming in 2022. I cannot wait. It's going to breathe life into the competitive circuit once again, which, it's not really a dead game. Like, there's still a huge team. It's one of Nintendo's biggest franchises. Like, I saw a photo that Nintendo posted of, like, a couple characters, and like it was Pikachu, Link, Mario, and Inkling.
Yeah. I will say this about the competitive circuit, just because we had a lot of stuff go down with like Smash recently. The competitive circuit has dwindled, and COVID has a big strong part of that, and Nintendo's hoopla about their internet communities, because like we had this huge fiasco about the Melee tournament scene going down because there was not a hack, but I guess a mod. It was a mod that allowed for internet play, and because of COVID, they were using this mod. That way, they could have their tournaments without having or being able to social distance and being over the internet, whatever. And then Nintendo shut that stuff down because they're like, "You're modding our stuff. We don't appreciate that." Blah blah blah, and the entire fan base was in a huge uproar, and like even the the Splatoon community changed their team names and their tournaments to support, or I guess to battle against Nintendo for shutting it down.
And you still see it, like in the Nintendo Direct, you saw a bunch of free Melee hashtags going through, and you'll see it in like every Direct almost from now on.
But at least this new installment of Splatoon is gonna, again, like you said, breathe life into the competitive circuit for Nintendo at least. I know there's a lot of other games out there like Fork Knife and what are the other ones? Call of Duty, Warzones, I guess. I don't really
know. Yeah, things like Apex, things like that.
I like that. With that being said about Splatoon 3, another franchise that's getting its third that we got, No More Heroes, which features everyone's favorite beam katana wielding slacker Travis Touchdown. Here's a fun fact for you. If you did not know, the inspiration for his character design and mannerisms come from Johnny Knoxville, which I guess anyone who saw his haircut would have known that. But in case you didn't, there you go. There's a fun fact for you. I do want to say that even though No More Heroes 3 is the third in the trilogy, it is technically the fourth game, kind of like how Kingdom Hearts 3 wasn't the third in the series. It was like the 12th or whatever. We did have Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes in 2019, which came out 9 years after No More Heroes 2. But, it does continue the story, and it's all chronological, which is really fun. And I'm really looking forward to where they go, because they were actually going to change the main character after No More Heroes 2. But then they were like, oh, you know what? Actually, we're going to go ahead and go with this older version and show how much he's grown since the events of No More Heroes 2. And I'm really excited to see what they do with that. For anyone who hasn't played No More Heroes, it's got not a good story, but a fun story about this down and out guy who basically stumbles into this world of assassins and then becomes the number one on his quest for booty. So, as most of us do, as most of us do, I would be really happy if they got an anime for No More Heroes. I just think it'd be really cool because it's got this really awesome art style, and I think
let's say it sounds like
I think an anime would be super good for this franchise the like I wouldn't say the same company who did the Persona anime because they did a terrible job.
Yeah, I don't like the animation.
Yeah, it was really lazy animation, but at least we got an anime, so all the normies who don't play video games
Yeah.
that are 120 hours on a single campaign run got to experience the story because P5 was really good too. Also, Persona
I know. I really
Track
need to
is
go back
coming
and
out
play.
soon on I want to say like Friday or something, Thursday. I'm super excited for that too. But I definitely think No More Heroes deserves an anime just because it's first off it was a rated M game and it came out like on the Wii, and not a lot of people played the game because motion controls and blah blah blah. And I definitely think a game that deserves a what's an anniversary edition or a compilation or whatever you want to call it is No More Heroes with updated graphics, because I definitely think this is one of those cult classic video games, kind of like Conker's Bad Fur Day, where it came out and people love it, but nobody knows about it. And I definitely see this game being way better because Suda 51 has this really cool art style that a lot of people love. But we'll see what happens with that. Sorry, kind of lost in the sauce there. My bad. I kind of get really passionate about certain weird things. Uh, Chef, sorry to sidetrack that
No,
on
you're
a
good. You're good.
railroad to hell. But yeah, let's get back to the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, no worries, man. Again, back to the Nintendo Direct. There's a lot of indie game news, which you guys can also check out if you're interested. Like we've got the Stubbs to Zombie being remastered, coming not only to Switch but also PC, PS4, Xbox One, with playability on Xbox Series X, S, and S, whatever, and PS5 through backwards compatibility. And then another big one is Hades is getting a physical edition for the Switch on March 19th, which that's huge. I love this game. If you get the physical edition with the game, you get a download code for Darren Korb's soundtrack, which is one of the most fire soundtracks. Like I love the music in this game. Which as you also get a 32-page character compendium on as well, which is going to be dope.
And that's
And
all.
if you
You don't
have
have to like order like a super deluxe edition that's on just any regular.
Yeah, it should be just any physical Switch of Hades that you buy. You should get the download code for the soundtrack as well as the 32-page character compendium.
Well, it sounds like ZJ is getting Hades for the Switch.
Oh, dude, it's an amazing game. I highly recommend it. Which, I stream this game, guys. Just so y'all know, it's one of my favorite games to stream. If you guys, follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Buen and Zj, you guys can come help me. It's a little plug, you guys can come help me make some decisions on my path. I have a save file that I mainly it's on hard mode that I play for my stream for viewers to help me choose my paths and abilities. I've got a pair of rock paper scissors dice that help when people are trying to decide between two different choices, and I got conflicting decisions. Which another thing is, if you do get the Switch version and you already have your PC save file with all your relationships, you can carry it over.
That is awesome. Who doesn't?
Yeah, that actually is
Yeah, who
awesome.
doesn't love a good transfer of data?
I wasn't really going to get it because I already played on PC, but now that I know that you can carry over your save file and I'm getting the soundtrack, oh my god, I'm so hyped for this. And then with that being said, some other news for take a sip, guys. Uh, with that being said, other news for Nintendo. I know a lot of people were expecting some Pokemon announcements in the direct. Don't know why when we have Pokemon Day coming up this week on the 27th, and the Pokemon Company literally made an announcement saying that they will be making announcements throughout the week, throughout the entire franchise. Not which you have to be careful of that wording, as Joe Merrick, owner of Cerebi, had pointed out. All because they said that we're going to be getting announcements this week does not mean that we're going to be getting announcements every single day. Which, I got my hopes up. I was like, oh, waiting on Monday. I can't wait to get some announcement. Didn't get shit. And I was a little sad. And I was like, wait, I can't expect something every day. Like he's right. But they will be getting something this week at least. Like I don't know how many days or like what we're gonna get. Whether we get a Nintendo Direct sooner than later, because as again, a lot of this information I'm getting from Joe Merrick, creator of Cerebi. Pokemon Day, this week is going to fall on a Saturday. In Direct history, there's only been one Direct that fell technically on a weekend, and that was in Japan only. In 2016, the Pokemon Day was also on a Saturday, but we got a Direct on the Friday before that, even though it was technically midnight Japan. So could we see a Nintendo Direct this Friday? Possibly. We could also see it on Saturday. Who knows? Possibilities are up there. I'm kind of leaning more. I was originally leaning more towards Saturday because they're having the Post Malone concert. I don't know what they're doing with Katy Perry. They didn't really announce much of that yet. But that was just me. They still could put it on Friday. Who knows?
I do want to say this, or I will say this about the Pokemon anniversary. I was really excited about the Levi's and Pokemon crossover until I saw the price tags.
Yeah, that kind of killed me because like I really wanted to get some of that stuff, and I was like, "What? I'm not paying 150 for
Yeah,
that."
I saw these really cool pair of denim pants. And okay, the most I've ever paid for a pair of denim pants was like $80 from Lucky Jeans, which was totally
Mhm.
overpriced because like you can get them at Costco for like 30, which is awesome. Um, but the most I've ever paid was $80, and even then I was like, man, I can't justify this ever again. I did it once, and to be fair, I'm wearing those pants right now, but I did it once, and I can't justify it ever again. Paying $160 for a pair of jeans. Come on, it's denim. It's not leather. I can go,
And no offense, but like some of the stuff didn't even look that great. Like it just had a Pikachu like stitched on it.
yeah,
Like,
they
come
have
on.
this hoodie or like this sweatshirt or something, and it's literally all white with a Pikachu on the left breast, like where a pocket would be, for $160. Come on, you're telling me that is like ugh. And then not to mention they had this blazer set, which actually I would have got if it wasn't so ostentatious. Which, if anyone who doesn't know what that word means, super loud and obnoxious. It is like lime green, has a floral pattern. Whoever buys this, kudos to you, because like it looks like
Yeah,
you're
I'm
wearing
not.
vomit. Like, good for you. If you can rock that, kudos. But that,
I mean, the Misty outfit was like probably one of the better things of the collaboration. Other than that,
yeah, the Misty outfit was probably the best thing that they did. And to be fair, the pants that they have for the Misty outfit was like regularly priced like at $60, which is still a lot for a pair of short shorts. But Jesus, I was really excited until I saw those price tags.
I think I was more excited just for like the Levi's with the white T-shirt with the Pikachu just sleeping on it. That was probably the one thing I was more excited. That and the red hat trucker hat kind of thing. But like I was kind of upset that it was a trucker hat. I kind of want like an actual
Like Pokemon hat.
like yeah like. But it's hard to find like a good
Yeah,
one.
like find me a good snapback, like really good quality, like not a trucker hat.
Like I've seen a couple of like Spencers and stuff, but I don't know. I still want like a better, more legit like actual red hat from Pokemon. If anyone has a link, please send it to me. I would like to buy it. I'm impulsive.
I have a really good
uh,
segue for impulsiveness. I'll get to that in a bit, but let's finish up with Pokemon Anniversary.
more stuff on the anniversary. We've got a Pikachu who knows Sing that will be available on the 25th, so look out for that. Um, I think it's going to be released via code. I'm not 100% sure. It could be code or mystery gift. I can't remember, but just be on the lookout for that coming up on the 25th. We've also got the Pokemon Unite regional beta coming. That's going to be available in Canada in March. You can sign up now on the Google Play Store, and that's really as much as we know so far in terms of the Pokemon Day announcements. I'm assuming we're going to get some kind of presentation sometime this week, whether it be on Friday, Saturday. I know Saturday for sure. We're going to be getting like a huge announcement.
On the topic of keynote presentations, we did have BlizzCon that just happened, or BlizzCon Online, or BlizzCon Line, or however you want to talk about it. We did just have that, and they announced literally nothing worthwhile.
No, like they gave us a couple of redesigns for the characters, which weren't even that substantial. They like what you put them in bold, like
Yeah, the Overwatch 2 content that they released, you mean same game too. Great. At least games like League of Legends, they do their visual updates free of charge.
mm-hmm.
And like we
Yeah,
also got like the WoW Classic is getting the Burning Crusade expansion, which I will say this, when I played WoW originally, I did start on Burning Crusade, so Burning Crusade has a special place on my heart. But why would I want to play a game that I've already played when I have like all the raids and the extra content in current WoW or modern WoW or however you want to call it? Why would I want to go back to WoW Classic Burning Crusade when they've changed the game has evolved? And I get that we
Mhm.
have these, I don't want to say normies, I guess we get these diehards who love WoW Classic. I'm not one of them. And I know maybe one person in my life who is a diehard WoW Classic person. And I don't even think they are going to get the Burning Crusade expansion.
Yeah, I tried to get into the WoW Classic when it first came out, but I had more fun with like the actual WoW than I did WoW Classic.
Yeah. We also got the Diablo 2 remaster, which is going to be actually really cool as we, wait for Diablo 4. Um, so again, for me personally, there was nothing worthwhile. The best part to me was Metallica's quote unquote concert being cut off because of their stupidity. Which, if those of you who don't know what happened, Metallica was playing, I think, For Whom the Bell Tolls, uh, on BlizzCon. Like, they were in a garage, but they were playing it for BlizzCon, and
Streaming on Twitch.
and they were streaming on Twitch. And like, not even like 7 seconds into it, Twitch had to mute the audio from the Metallica's live stream and play some like I don't even know how to explain it. They had to play some.
It was like Tingle made Christmas music, or like Tingle making Christmas music for the Kokori Forest.
Yeah, like they. Oh God, there's a quote from AV Club, and it says, "The most Zelda forest ass music imaginable." End quote. And it's literally 100%. Like, it's just like bells and like weird xylophone music. Like, it's hilarious. And to me, that was my favorite part about BlizzCon, was Metallica literally putting their own foot in their mouth because of all their Napster bullshit.
Yeah, 'cause they were the original start for this whole DNCA bullshit. Was the whole Napster? Then they were like, "Hey, we don't want y'all to,
We don't want y'all to
the
listen to our stuff without paying for it. Like, go
yeah,
fuck
exactly."
yourself."
And then now look, they were trying to play a concert and couldn't even play it because DMCA.
That's what you get for being an asshole. Moral of the story, guys: don't be a dick. Be nice.
Don't be greedy. Side note: I know last episode we had mentioned the beta for the Century Age of Ashes, which they are coming out with the second closed beta. It's coming March 12th through 21st, with early access being the first week of April. So look forward to that. I definitely am trying to get in on that. I didn't get on the first one. They said if you did get on the first one, you should almost quote unquote for sure be in on the second one. So we'll see. I'm definitely going to be in on this game, trying to play. If anyone else gets in on it, let me know. Let's try to link up, whatever. Uh, Moving on, I wanted to talk a little bit about some movies that got dropped. We got the King Kong versus Godzilla
Yeah,
trailer.
from the Super Bowl, where, to be fair, the original trailer shows Kong, like, what's it called, sucker punching Godzilla, and then,
Mm-hmm.
the rest of the trailer goes, and the entire trailer makes Kong look like this really awesome, and makes Godzilla look like a dick. Um, so I wasn't happy about that because I just hate King Kong and I hate that story, and I love Godzilla. Like, I grew up on
I
the,
love
the
Godzilla.
really terribly dubbed Godzilla movies that are in English. And so, like, when the Super Bowl trailer dropped, I was like, yes, okay, Godzilla actually, like, bitch slaps King Kong, or not King Kong, bitch slaps Kong in that same fight scene instead of just Kong sucker punching Godzilla. Thank you. And in the Super Bowl trailer, it showed Godzilla, like, being more than just a punching bag for Kong, which I was excited about. Uh, but also, for those of you who haven't seen, Mortal Kombat dropped the Red trailer, which thankfully, because, Mortal Kombat is an M-rated game, it should be only rated R or more.
Mhm. There were a couple things like I love Mortal Kombat. The trailer looks pretty sick. There were some things that were a little amiss for me, but I do want to get into that probably on a later episode when we get closer to the release day. I have a friend that I want to bring on who's really good at breaking down movies, and he gave me a really good analysis of the trailer. I don't want to bring it up now because that's he gave it. I want to let him have his little shine, but like it was a really good breakdown. he's a nerdy guy as well. So when we get closer to that, I want to get more into the Mortal Kombat trailer. But oh my god, dude, I did like what I saw. I did.
I will say I kind of almost wish they used the audio from the games when the Scorpion says "Get over here."
Yeah, that was a little
It, yeah,
disappointing.
like disappointing is the best way I could say that. Like
Yeah,
it wasn't bad per se. It just wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. Like I would have 100% been like, please guys, just dub over this with the in game "Get over here," and then you know I don't know, but like that was like the
I
one
saw
disappointing part of the trailer.
I did see this fan made this not fan made, but this dude literally just put the Mortal Kombat song over the trailer, and it fits so perfectly. It looked so good with the trailer. You know, like the Mortal Kombat, dun, 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 dun. Yeah, like they had that playing, and it was perfect for the trailer.
I
He was
definitely
like,
hope that they do exactly they play that song in some form or fashion. Like, because if anyone ever saw the re-release of Power Rangers, there's
mm-hmm.
a scene where the Zords come out and they play the
Oh,
that song from the show for like not even 3 seconds. Like they play it.
but it was that just that little
Just
bit of
that little
nostalgia.
bit right there was perfect, and I hope they do something like that. Like when the tournament begins, they ring a gong, and then you just hear someone in the background, "Mortal Kombat." You know,
And then you get like the little bit of the tin tin tin, or like
yeah,
something, anything. Like
anything that like
it's
I
so.
hope and I swear and I pray somewhere in this movie that happens, or like I don't want it to be like at the end of the movie, like when the credits start to roll, because that would make
Mm-hmm.
me sad.
I would be so disappointed if that happened.
But
Like
like somewhere throughout the movie, that has to happen. Like at least the shout.
I'm hoping like what you're saying, like where like they're having the tournament and someone's just like Mortal Kombat, like that would be so.
Yeah, I'm super happy for that. On the topic of trailers, Zack Snyder's Justice League dropped its, I think it's third trailer. I could have swore it was the second trailer, but somebody told me the other day it was the third trailer. Um, which
I can't remember. I haven't been keeping up with it too much. Like, yes, I'm excited for Zack Snyder's Cut of Justice League. Cause I'll admit, I didn't even watch the first Justice League because I was just like, nah, I'm not having this. And I saw the reviews for it. And I'm like, nope, not even gonna try. And I know it's DC's track record, so
yeah, apparently it's the third trailer.
okay.
Yeah, which is crazy to me because like I never even saw this second trailer. I only saw the first trailer and the third trailer.
Yeah, I think I only saw. Actually, I don't know if I probably have seen all three. I forget a lot of things, guys. A little bit of a recreational cannabis, just saying.
And
Uh,
they said that it didn't affect memory. Herpader.
I can guarantee it does.
um, but oh man, like if we're gonna talk about movies on a different day and like breakdowns of trailers, oh man, like the trailer 3 was really good because it revealed the Jared Leto Joker, and I will say like as far as like the Suicide Squad and blah blah blah, problematic relationships and toxic relationships with Harley Quinn and blah blah blah. I get all of that. Also, everyone's like, "Oh, well, he's not as good as Heath Ledger." No one's gonna be as good as Heath Ledger, and he's not as
No.
good as Jack Nicholson because let's be fair, Jack Nicholson is really good at being a creeper when he smiles.
Yeah.
Uh, but if everyone took a step back, and I think that's the problem with Batman movies in general, is everyone gets all uppity about like their version of Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, it's a movie for entertainment. At the end of the day, it's entertainment. Like, yeah, sure, go ahead and get up in arms about things you care about because I do the same exact thing. But also, it's entertainment.
I mean, I'm the same way with some people where I get a little up in arms about things, and I was like, well, what is this? What is the Suicide Squad BS? Like, I did not. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Either way, I'm excited and I'm gonna super support Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League. I will 100% buy an HBO Max subscription or HBO Go or whatever the subscription service is called, just to watch this 4-hour movie because I am really excited to see it. And Zack Snyder's not even getting paid for this.
Yeah, when you told me that, I don't know why that didn't click before because I could have swore I heard that before, but I maybe that didn't remember. But that's insane. That makes me want to watch it even more because, like you were saying, when companies listen to the fans, and they're like, "Hey, okay, we're gonna do this thing." Like that's respect, mad respect right
Yeah,
there.
like, and I get like there was this huge uproar, like, release the Snyder Cut and all those other fan petitions and awesome. But when a company actually listens, like when we got with the Sonic the Hedgehog, when the first trailer released when they did Gangster's Paradise and everyone saw Sonic with his unholy teeth, and we
Yeah,
the collective internet was like, no, stop, this is terrifying, please, this is the stuff of nightmares.
I wasn't gonna watch it. I really wasn't.
I'm a terrible person, and I was gonna watch it anyways just because I wanted to support Sonic the Hedgehog. But I'm so glad they changed the art style. Like my sister today was watching the Sonic the Hedgehog movie that just came out. Like, yes, thank you guys. You did such a good job listening to the fans and not submitting to their will, but and placating to the masses. You did such a good job about it. And Zack Snyder's Justice League, I don't care if it doesn't placate to the masses. I just want to see what he wanted to do before Joss Whedon got his marvelly hands all over it.
Hmm. I agree there. And then, kind of segueing into the Sonic movie, we've got the the title for Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which
Is Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which I'm 100% okay with that. I'm super on
no,
board
that's
with
really
that
cool.
title.
It's a nice little throwback to like the games. Like I like it. It's simple.
Yeah,
You get the tails. Little cameo there.
on the 2.
Uh,
I'm just really glad they didn't do something stupid like call it Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Gotta Go Fast or something dumb like
yeah,
that.
something cringy like
Like
that. I probably would have been like, I'm still gonna watch this, but I'm not gonna be
yeah,
happy about
or
it.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Green Hill Drift or something.
Like Eggman's Revenge or
Yeah,
something.
like I'm 100% happy with just a very
I'm really
classic Sonic the
hoping.
Hedgehog 2.
I'm really hoping that they keep the Robotnik look at the end of the movie where he has like the actual Eggman look. I really hope they kind of keep with that theme.
Are you okay with him being skinnier than traditional Eggman?
I mean, I guess I was a little thrown off by it because when you think Eggman, like his name is Eggman because he's egg shaped.
No, his name is Eggman because he's always in that egg harness.
I thought it was both, like because I thought they gave him the egg shape as well as the.
Oh, because like in
As,
Gen 1, you never saw his legs. You just saw him in that
I
egg ship.
guess,
It wasn't until like modern Sonic that you get the egg shaped torso and then the skinny legs.
well, then yeah, I guess I am okay with that because I think Jim Carrey did a great job. I don't care what anybody says. Jim Carrey's an amazing actor, and I thought he did a fantastic job as Eggman in the Sonic movie.
I agree. Uh, I think everyone, Ben Schwartz included, and Marsden, which to be fair, Marsden has a lot of history with working with invisible companions, I guess, because he was in Hop, he was in Sonic. He
Mhm.
he does a lot of work with invisible companion characters, and I think he's really good at his craft. Granted, he was a terrible Cyclops.
Yeah, I'll give him that. Yeah, I didn't really care for him as Cyclops, but I do like him in most of the
Yeah,
like he did a good job in the Sonic in
he did a
the
great
Sonic.
job in the Sonic movie for sure. Uh,
Yeah,
it's just he needs work on his live human companion banter. He's really good at the digital companion banter, just not the live human banter.
which, speaking of digital companions, I read in an article that Jason Momoa actually got offered the role of Knuckles for the voice actor.
Ooh, yeah. Press F in the chat. Pay your respects.
Okay, no offense to Momoa, love him as an actor, great, great guy. Not really seeing his voice as Knuckles. I feel like it's just too.
Deep.
What's the word? Too deep. Yeah, like I didn't want to say deep, but like yeah, I guess that's really it. Like it's too deep. Like Knuckles has that raspy kind of like. It's not as deep. It is kind of deep, but not like that deep.
See, I guess most of my gripes with Momoa being the actor is I can't hear anyone but the voice actor from Sonic Adventure 2 as
Hmm.
Knuckles. because like I played that game so much. So when I
Yeah,
think about voices for any of the characters,
I think of Sonic
I think
Adventure
of
2,
Sonic Adventure 2,
honestly.
yeah. So as far as the only person I can hear is Scott Dreyer as Knuckles, and they're not obviously going to bring him back, which is fine. It's just I don't imagine Khal Drogo as Knuckles. I don't imagine
Yeah.
uh, Aquaman as Knuckles. Like I can't not separate those two voices with
Hmm.
Jason Momoa. And don't get me wrong, I love the man. He is a beautiful, beautiful egg of a human, or not an egg. He's a beautiful specimen of what humanity could be. I just don't see it. I don't see that as Knuckles, and I honestly, I hope that if it's true that Jason Momoa is Knuckles, I hope it's a cameo as opposed to it being like a full length role.
Well, yeah, like they don't even they said the ball's in his court, so we'll see what he says.
Yeah. On just bouncing on that real quick, who would you want to hear as Knuckles?
Oh, okay. So I wasn't really expecting that question, but if we were to talk about voice actors, I would say I want Quentin Flynn. He was the voice actor for Axel in the Kingdom Hearts series, which apparently he also did Reno in Final Fantasy and Henry in No More Heroes, as well as Marcus Damon in Digimon Data Squad. Or David Gallagher, he'd be another choice of mine. He did the voice acting for Riku.
Yeah, Riku in
Riku.
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
It didn't mean it doesn't have to be a voice actor. It could have been a regular actor. But on the topic of voice actors, who I mean, I would love to see, not see, hear. I would love to hear Johnny Bosch because I just am in love with that man. Which those
Yeah.
of you who remember, this is the Black Power Ranger who said, "I'm a frog."
Oh, that was one of my. I think about I honestly think about that scene a lot. Like,
My buddy's in a band, and their band is called Frog and Bandit, and they have this, I guess, group called Frog Posting, because I guess there's like Train Posting and Swan Posting and all this other stuff for different bands. And anytime I think about my buddy's band, I think about that scene where he goes, "I'm a frog." But as far as like real life, not real life, because I guess all voice actors are in real life. But if we were to say an actual actor, not a voice actor, um, I honestly couldn't tell you who I'd want to pick as the voice of Knuckles, because I know Ryan Reynolds did Pikachu in Detective Pikachu, but I would almost be okay with him being the voice of Knuckles.
I can kind of see that, and I think I would be okay with that. Honestly, like I wouldn't be mad if they did
Yeah,
that.
I wouldn't be
I'd
mad
like
with that either.
more. It's like I said, I get what they're trying to go with Knuckles and try to give him that deep because didn't they give him a really deep voice in that Sonic anime?
In Sonic Boom,
Uh, yeah, is that what it's called, Sonic
the
Boom?
recent one, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Didn't they give him like a super deep voice in that
I
one?
mean, compared to the other characters, yeah, it was super deep. But I mean, like compared to it wasn't like a baritone. It wasn't like Omega levels of deep bass.
Yeah.
It was just deeper than the other characters. But when everyone's talking in a couple of octaves higher, I mean, it's not that hard to be deep. So
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, I think those would be my choices. Would just be J.V. Gallagher, Quentin Flynn, and then like you said, Johnny Young Bosch. I
yeah,
love them all. I think they're all great voice actors, and those would kind of be my choices for
yeah,
Knuckles. Honestly.
JYB.
So another thing I wanted to bring up, we're coming to the end of February. March is coming up, and we've got the Digimon Vital bracelets on the horizon. I'm super stoked for those. And in other terms of Digimon news, we've also got the Digimon card game, which just recently got its release.
Oh man, you had to mention the Digimon card game.
I mean, we were talking about scalpers earlier, taking those Joy Cons and how, the Pokemon Shining Fates have. Oh, actually, I don't think we mentioned that. Well, in case anyone didn't know, Pokemon Shining Fates and the McDonald's Pokemon cards are getting more cards being released as announced by the Pokemon Company because of what scalpers did. But rewinding back to the Digimon card game, wanted to tell me your frustrations with that.
Yeah, I mentioned this offhand. I didn't know we were going to be covering this right now. But this is Okay, on a good note, I finally got my hands on the first bit on Digimon TCG product, and
Nice.
it's the Kitus Blue starter decks, and I got two of them. Which, if anyone who's interested in the card game, you definitely need to pick up two of any deck that you're interested in playing, because the level sixes that they give you, they only give you two of them, so you need four. And then also there's some option cards, which if you don't know what the option cards are, they're basically like trap cards. Um, they only give you two of them for the good ones. So if you're interested in playing any of the decks in a monocolor set, you definitely need to pick up two decks to build a complete deck, which is how marketing works. Um, so I got two decks from this guy who I met on a local Digimon group, and he was so sweet and so nice. And I'm gonna call him Jedi, just because I don't want to give out his personal information. He gave me his real name because he's such a sweetheart. But for his own privacy purposes, I'm gonna just call him Jedi. Um, so I've met an angel in the let's call it the trading card game community, because most trading card game players are not angels. They are devils. They are demons. They are terrible, terrible human beings, and I'm probably one of them.
I mean, you're not like the Pokemon card pack openers on YouTube and Twitch. You just
Just
buy it all
cut it in
packs and sell
half.
it. Yeah, cut it in half, sell it on their Twitch channels, whatever you're
Yeah.
doing. I hate most of y'all. I'm sorry. Not maybe too much of a dick, but I can't get Pokemon cards because of you or Digimon. So
So let me take you back a couple weeks. Um, I had told y'all last episode that we had a confirmed release date. I had checked with my local game stores. For those of you who've never played a trading card game, there's a cost efficient way to buy product, and there's a not cost efficient way. The not cost efficient way is to buy packs, which when you look at it, you're like, oh, $4. I can spend $4 to see what I get. I might get that $180 card that's in that pack. That's the reason why people buy packs. Okay, sure. Or you can be like, I'm going to spend $100 and buy a box. And buying a box is the cost efficient method, even though it sounds counterintuitive. And here's why. When you buy a box, typically you have a higher ratio of rare cards per box than per pack. And in any trading card game, there is a generic ratio of rare cards that go into a box. When you're buying a pack, that ratio goes kaput. So theoretically, in every box, there should be one. I'm going to use these terms, and I don't mean you to take it as a rarity term. I mean you to take it as a chance of getting an expensive card term. Because, like, let's say in the Yu-Gi-Oh trading card game, they have cards called ultra rare, secret rare, super rare, rare, and common. That's just how the cards look. That's not a dialogue on how rare the cards actually are. So in a box, there's a set ratio of kind of rare cards, medium rare cards, common rare cards, and then the regular cards. When you buy a box, you are guaranteed at least some medium rare cards. When you buy a pack, you're guaranteed zip. So if you're looking for a specific card, you're actually way better off buying a box than you are buying a pack. Because
huh.
if you were to buy 24 packs at $4, you're basically at $100 anyways. Whereas when
Mhm.
you buy a box, not only do you have a higher chance of getting that card because you have a set pack rarity, you also get promos typically when you buy a box. And in the Digimon TCG, you get 3 types of promos when you buy a box. Whereas when you buy a pack, you get none of that. So the cost efficient way of playing any card game is to buy a box. So, with that rant being over, I went to Heroes, which is my local game store, on the launch date. And I'd called them in the morning and I was like, hey, did you get this product in? And they said yes. They did not choose to dissuade me at all with what they were doing until I got there. So I get there and, somebody's looking at some stuff. So I was like, okay, I'll wait till they're done. And I wait there for like 15 minutes. And then I'm like, all right, hey, I see your Digimon TCG stuff. Can I buy a box? And they go, oh, sorry, we're limiting 3 packs per person. I was like, excuse me? Yeah, 3 packs per person. We have limited inventory, which is BS because I know for a fact that they got cases, and a case typically has like at least 16 boxes, which means they got at minimum like 300 packs. And they're like, we're limiting 3 per person. And I was like, okay, well, that's kind of shitty because the Bandai, who is the distributor of the Digimon TCG, they legitimately put out like if you buy 6 packs at a time, they have quote unquote recommended that distributors give what's called a dash pack, so an extra pack of rare cards when you buy 6 or more. So these heroes, at least, is keeping those rare packs for themselves to either sell or give out in tournament stuff because they're limiting stuff, which is ugh,
That,
super rude and super scalpy, and I freaking hate it.
I was about to say, that seems so scalpy. Like,
Yeah, it's so
watch,
bad.
watch the employees are just coming out with like the
Yeah, or they're
cards.
just like stealing them, right? Also, when you go onto the Bandai's website, they list their MSRPs. They're like, okay, a deck is $9.99, a pack should be, I want to say it's $4.99. It's like $5, $4, whatever. If you went to Heroes, my local game store, to buy a pack of Digimon TCG, $9. Nine. It's supposed to be $4. $9. And then if you want to buy a deck, $60 to buy a deck.
Wait,
To
what?
buy a deck, it's $60 at my local game store. When MSRP, which manufacturer suggested retail price, $10. So
Why are they like? Okay, I get that like it's in high demand, but they cannot be like they can't raise the price that much. Like why? I don't know. My mind is blown on this.
yeah, at least here where I live, this is the current state of the Digimon TCG. It's friggin' awful. And until I met Genai, this man is a saint. Overzealous, very passionate about cards. He's very knowledgeable on his product. He was like, "Hey, I've got decks. If you want to buy them, you can buy them at MSRP." And I was like, "Absolutely. Why would I not want to?" And they're pristine, brand new, sealed, and it by far my favorite card buying experience. Like if this man owned a game store, I would only go to this guy's game store. And the cards look so beautiful. Like if you haven't seen the art for the Digimon TCG, just look into it if you're interested at all, because there's a new box coming out in like I don't know 6 months. It's called Battle of Omni. It looks so gorgeous, and there's so many like alternate art cards. Where if anyone's played the Pokemon TCG, they have cards called Legends, where you get 2 cards and you put them together and they form a real picture, or not a real picture, but like a big picture. And they have that. And like you get like Chaos Dukemon fighting, I think not Gallantmon, but dude, the art for this is fucking gorgeous. And even if you don't play the game, just buy a box of the Battle of Omega and just save it because these prices are gonna go fucking high. Chaos Dukemon versus Omegamon Zwart. But yeah, if you've played the Pokemon trading card game, they have what's called these legend cards where you take 2 cards and you put them together and they form a bigger picture because the art is cool by itself, but then you get the 2 cards together and it looks even better. Like they have Chaos Dukemon versus Omegamon Zwart, and then they have Omegamon versus Shoutmon DX, and then they have these other cards that have like Garuru Cannon and Brave Sword, and they just look so cool when you put them together. And typically these
Yeah.
cards aren't in the same deck, but like, oh man, just the art for this game is so good. And Bandai, you're such a bad distributor of your own game. Like they don't, like all they have to do is go to a local game store and be like, here's a box of stuff, here's a free stuff, promote this for us, and we'll stand behind you. We're not going to pay you, but you can keep this small box of free stuff if you promote this. And you know how many local people would do it? They don't have to pay anyone, and they
I
get
would
their
do.
Yeah, I would do it. They get their product out for free. I don't know how bad these people are at their job, but the current state of the Digimon TCG is so bad. And I hate it because I wanted to be super excited about it and I was super excited about it. But now that it's happening, I just feel sick to my stomach about what's going on, man. Because yeah, scalpers are part of the problem, but also distribution is part of the problem.
Yeah,
And
I
Bandai wants
agree.
to blame COVID for this. It's like, you guys pushed it back.
Hmm. Twice, didn't they
They
push
pushed
it
it back
twice?
twice. You guys clearly had time to plan for this, and you're printing cardboard, for crying out loud. You are printing on cardboard. What is hard about that?
Yeah, no, I kind of agree. Distribution is one of the biggest problems for card games in general. Which, that's why I'm kind of glad the Pokemon Company recognized it and was like, hey, we know we kind of fucked up, and scalpers are an issue. Here's some more
Yeah,
cards. Digimon, what's going on?
not a
Nothing.
damn thing,
Like,
dude. It's ugh. Ugh.
but it's like I also really want to talk a little bit about the Digimon anime. Love it. Love the direction it's going. I love how they're giving different evolutions and all of that. But is this Ty's Adventures or is this Digimon Adventures? Because all we're getting is love for Greymon. Like, no offense, I do love Greymon, one of my favorites. But when's everyone else going to get
Yeah, like at
Megas?
least give
Like,
Garurumon some love. Like he is the other half
yeah,
of Omegamon or Omnimon if here in America. Like he is the other half. Give him some love. And like we just had a Mimi episode, but we didn't even get Rosemon.
no. And then like in the episode before that, with like technically it was Izzy's episode, like him and Greymon both get hit by this thing. Greymon's the one like who's like, oh, I'm gonna take the energy from this and get a new evolution. And what happened, Kabuterimon? You just chilling. You just gonna chill there. They gave the little shadowy like outline of his mega, but not an actual mega. Like, come on, you can't give him anything, not even his actual mega. Even if it wasn't some side mega form, like how they did. Instead of doing the War Greymon, they went with Blitz Greymon. They could have done anything with Koshiro and giving him, or Izzy, whatever you want to call him. They could have done anything with giving him a mega, or even this last episode with Mimi's episode. They could have given her some, but no. Like, why are none of these guys getting mega evolutions except for Ty? Like, I get it, he's supposed to be like kind of like the leader, but him and Matt together, they make Omegamon. It's not just Ty.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, they did give Koagamon an extra evolution with Metalla Koagamon or Metal Koagamon or whatever you want to call it, which is a brand new evolution. But you're absolutely right. It's not Ty's adventure, it's a Digimon adventure.
I just want a little more love for the rest of the gang, like because I loved this whole new reboot where they're giving everyone a little bit more personality. Uh, they're kind of changing the characters up. They're showing more evolutions, but like, come on, give some more love to the rest of the characters. Love you, Ty. You're cool. Love your evolutions, but I want to see more with other characters as well. Like, I just want to see all the other different evolutions. Like, I was not expecting Blitz Greymon, like whatsoever.
Yeah, like I would almost be happier with variable forms of their lower levels than giving
Mm-hmm.
Ty variable forms of his mega level.
Exactly. Exactly, my
Because like
friend.
I love Seadramon. He's probably one of my favorite aquatic Digimon, and like everyone
Same.
loves like, oh, Gomamon and Ikakumon. It's like, no, I hate like Betamon is my favorite with Seadramon. And I would
Mm-hmm.
love for Gomamon to be able to go into Seadramon because again, I love Seadramon. And the fact that they've already hinted that Agumon can go into Machine Dramon in the episode where, like, quote unquote, if you haven't seen it, it's like 2 months old. Get over it. Spoiler alert. Where quote unquote Tai dies, and then Agumon gets so pissed that he becomes Machine Dramon and just like starts berserking. They've already hinted at that, which they didn't like show like a full evolution into Machine Dramon, but like the fact that the heroes Digimon can go into the evil Digimon because like Machine Dramon's evil, Mega or Metal Seadramon's evil, and I think that would be such a really cool like juxtaposition or like a really cool plot twist where it's like the only reason why these Digimon are the way they are is because of the protagonist characters. It's not what is it called, nature versus nurture. I think that'd be such a
Mm-hmm.
really cool topic to get into if they cover it, be like, okay, yeah, cool. We saw Machine Dramon from Agumon, and now we could get, Puppetmon from, let's say, Palmon, and then we could get Piedmon from, uh, just someone. I think it'd be really cool to see the evil Digimon evolve out of the heroes Digimon.
And we're not just saying like, oh, we're gonna get Skull Greymon all over again, because like that's just, no offense, too basic. Like, it has the word Greymon in it. I want something a little
Like
bit
a
different.
completely different Edge Evolution. Like instead of like we got instead of Angemon, we got Pegasusmon. Like, we want to see different
Mm-hmm.
evolutionary lines, not just be like, oh, well, Metal Greymon can branch into Blitz Greymon and War Greymon. It's like, no, we want to see actual digivolutionary lines. Because again, like you said a long time ago, Digimon are digital beings. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
Mm-hmm. And like the whole Pegasus Mom thing blew my mind when I first saw it. I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Like, we got Pegasus Spawn now. Like that totally changes up the whole story for what could happen in the second season because in the original Digimon series they had the D1, D2, and in D2 they had the the Digi eggs and all that, and here they didn't. There were no Digi eggs. He just Digivolved straight into Pegasusmon. Didn't need no armor Digivolving or anything like that. Really opens the doorway, or they get the doorway for the series and like what they could do.
Yeah. I'm currently exactly at this moment watching Digimon Adventure episode 36. And it just blows my mind that we're still in the ultimate forms for all the other characters. Like, we haven't even seen Metal Garurumon yet.
Exactly. That's another one of my biggest problems. Like, where is Yamato? He's just kind of like off doing his own thing. I haven't even seen him. Is there going to be like a whole kind of like I guess I wouldn't say this is Tai's arc, but like like maybe we'll get like a whole like a Yamato arc or something like that. Like Tai is with this group, he's doing his own thing, and then we'll get like something with Yamato, and we'll see his evolutions, or maybe they'll all meet back up, and then he'll finally get his evolution. I don't know, but why is nobody else getting love? Like I said, this is not Tai's adventures. This is Digimon adventures.
Yeah. And like, we've got 2 mega forms for Agumon already in this show, 36 episodes in. And we haven't seen a single other mega except for the villains. Like, come on,
Exactly.
guys. Ugh. Like, I'm watching this now, and I feel your frustration with this.
Mm-hmm.
And in episode 36, they at least hint at Hercules Kabuterimon.
Just a hint, though. That's all you get. Like they both got hit by like by the tower beam, whatever the energy. Like they both got bashed into the tower, got the energy. Why was Ty the only one who was able to harness it?
Because he's the main character.
I guess so. Like it's just about Ty. Fuck everyone else. Like Yamato, sorry, you Ty doesn't need you to make Omegamon. He can do it himself now.
Yeah, right?
He'll get some. He'll get no. He'll just get like a fourth like mega evolution that will go. That's
Yeah.
better than
He
Omegamon,
gets
I
like
guess.
Omegamon DX or like Alter, Omegamon Alter.
Chaos Mega Omegamon, like anything.
Like, Jesus.
Omegamon Sword, like I don't
I
know,
don't
like
know, man.
he's gonna get some other cool evolution next episode or something. You'll see
On the
it.
topic of Omegamon Zord, real quick, if any of you want to make some cash, and if you don't do it, someone else is going to do it. On the topic of scalpers, if y'all can buy a box of the Digimon Battle of Omega TCG trading card game that's coming out, if you buy a box of that and hold on to it, I guarantee you that price is going to double. Guaranteed.
Mhm.
If you want it.
I'm not saying that ZJ's gonna buy
Yeah,
it,
I'm not going to buy it. And I don't support scalping, but if you
Mhm.
guys want to do it, because again, if you don't do it, someone else is going to do it, so why not? But I'm not going to buy it from you. I will buy the box and open it myself because that's who I am.
Yeah, I do my best to stay away from scalpers. I do not support them whatsoever. Like I want those Zelda Joy Cons, but I'm not gonna
Yeah,
pay the
I want
price
a
for them.
PS5.
I
I'm
will-
not going to get paid like triple MSRP for that. No, thank you.
yeah, if you're gonna complain about paying $800 for a PS5, then you deserve to be made fun of.
Yeah,
Like
like, if you're going to
no
actually
offense.
do that and pay for that, you deserve to pay that much.
Yeah, go for it. Go waste your money. Supply and demand will eventually meet. Like
Yeah, it will eventually balance out, and you will 100% be able to buy them at regular MSRP. It's just a matter of patience.
which I have patience. I do not support scalping. One because I am poor, and two because they are just the worst human beings I've ever come across.
Yeah.
Which that's why I'm glad in the UK they now have a law against it. Don't know how it works. I didn't read up on it, but I did see that they did pass a law for scalping over there.
If only the US.
Yeah, it's because we're all about making our money, and they don't care.
My favorite band, COVID and Capitalism.
What's their number one song?
Uh,
I was trying to think of play on
yeah, I was
that.
trying to think of a play on like "Welcome Home" or something, but I guess their number one song is "Welcome Homeostasis." I guess
Yes.
I don't know.
Uh,
Wah, wah, wah. Fell on deaf ears. Yeah, not a good joke, but it's okay. I wasn't prepared to continue that conversation or train of thought.
that's okay. Neither was I. Well, I think that's all we have for this episode, right?
I guess.
I think we went over everything we need to.
Yeah, everything that at least we're aware of. Once Pokemon Day is in literally 4 days from this time of recording. When you hear this, it might be the day of. But we're gonna get a lot of stuff coming out soon for Pokemon Day, at least.
Yeah, so pay attention this week. Pokemon Company again announced that they will be giving announcements all throughout the week. That doesn't necessarily mean every day, but they will be giving announcements this week throughout the franchise. We should definitely get some big information on Pokemon Day, whether it be Gen 4 remakes, Johto remakes, both. Who knows? I'm really hoping for the Johto, and again, I'm also hoping for that Johto Switch, which or could just be some Joy Cons and a Pro Controller, either or. Looking at like how they've been doing it so far, but Pokemon Company, they could be doing more than what Zelda and Mario have been known for. So we'll see. I'm really hoping for a little bit more. We're definitely going to be getting a lot of merch this week. Again, keep your eyes out, keep your wallets held close because I know it's going to be hard for me not to buy everything I see immediately. Again, look out for scalpers because
Yeah. I mean, I know it sounds like we're like heavily in Nintendo's camp, and it's only because Nintendo is doing a fuck ton right now. Uh, uh, but let's just in general, PlayStation and Xbox aren't really doing much right now. They're kind of on the back burner as far as enjoying this early 2021. Like for example, PlayStation is launching a new game called Heavy Metal Machines, which is essentially Twisted Metal, but you know, independent. And they're also launching a game called Taxi Chaos, which is basically Crazy Taxi. So they're launching these indie games that are basically reboots of other games, which is nothing wrong with that, but it's just there's not a lot of news right now on the other camps as far as consoles go. And again, it's not like we're heavily favoring Nintendo. It's just like that's what's happening right now is Nintendo Direct and a lot of
I mean, I lean a little more towards Nintendo than anything. Honestly, I do have the PlayStation symbol tattooed on my hand, but that means nothing.
uh I will say my allegiance sways depending on the generation. So like I was 100% Nintendo 64 versus PlayStation, and then the next generation console I was 100% PlayStation 2, and then the next generation console I was 100% Xbox. And then in the Xbox One, PlayStation 4 era, I was pretty much multi-platform. And then at this point, like in the Xbox One, or not Xbox One, in the Xbox Series X slash S slash PlayStation 5 slash Switch era, I guess I'm leaning heavily on PC now. Like I'm not even in the console game right now.
Like, growing up, I was always, I think I had the Xbox first and Xbox 360. 360 was always better than the PS3, and then PS4 came out, switched over to that. But I've always had whatever Nintendo console came out. I've always had it. I've always bought. So like I can say I'm a Nintendo fan, little fanboy till the day I die. And I agree with you about I'm way more on PC now than I am on anything else. I always say the only thing you really need is a PC and a Switch. That's just in my opinion, because you can't really play a lot of the Nintendo games on
The PC.
PC without.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like I said, I'm a fickle fan, and my allegiances lie with the biggest bidder. And at this moment in time, there's no big bidders in the console market. But I just want to, again, reiterate: it's not that we're favoring Nintendo. It's just that they're the ones with all the good news right now.
yeah, they really have a lot going on, especially in this first half of 2021. We'll see what is to come in the second half. But until then, guys, like I said, be on the lookout for Pokemon news this week. Pokemon 25th anniversary this Saturday coming up, 27th. Whether we get it direct or not is to be seen. We'll find out in the next couple days. I'm still hoping at least Friday or Saturday we might get one, or we're definitely going to get some Pokemon announcements for sure those days. But what we get is to be determined. Do not fall for any rumors, false rumors this week, guys. You're going to be seeing a lot of leaks or so-called leaks, rumors, whatever. Don't believe anything until the Pokemon Company or Nintendo themselves have confirmed it.
At which point,
And
ZJ is confirming Diamond and Pearl remake. So there's that.
I still want to stay skeptical because I'm in denial. That's just me personally. I've got nothing against the Diamond Pearl. Really, I think it's more just too many people have been hyping it up and asking for it, saying it's the best gen. Really, not the best gen, but that's just me personally. That's really it.
Persona 5 Strikers is launching, guys. I'm super excited for that. 100% gonna get it at launch, which I told myself I wouldn't do, but I'm doing it anyways. So there's that.
I thought you pre-ordered the digital deluxe edition.
Shut up.
Just saying. With that being said, guys, be on the lookout for everything coming this week and stay saucy.